We always see Niah as an archaeological site, not more than that. But actually we try to change that mindset, change that thinking. Niah is not just archaeology, it's more than that, be research. Maybe we can find a new species of plants or animals or mammals. Actually, to tell you the truth, I built my passion from my favorite movie, Indiana Jones. My name is Muhammad Sherman Sofi. Currently, I'm head section for archaeology at Sarawak Museum Department. So my background is political science student with history. As I said, I'm an archaeology by profession. So my work is actually on to preserving and conserving all the cultural heritage on archaeology site in Sarawak. We have 3 regions: southern, central and northern region. So currently, as you see here in the storage for archaeology, we're doing a core documentation of the boxes. The most challenging part is right now we have 7 staff in archaeology section. So we're going to cater about 1,200 square kilometers of throughout all Sarawak. Before that, we have 4 only. The Niah Cave, about a million years ago, is a formation from the sea actually. Because when you go to Traders Cave, you see the formation that it's submerged underwater. So that's why we have the Sundaland and Sahuland. If you see our newly excavated area, the Traders Cave, we found oyster shells. When we carbon dated it, it's more or less about 80,000 years old. This is the collection from the new excavated area on Traders Cave in 2018. All of this finding already been documented and already been counted for. And these are the shells, more or less around 65 to 80,000 years ago. In the 50s, the Traders Cave is bird nest traders, including the swiftlet and bats guano. So most of them, they still climb for the harvest the bird nest. But in 1975, when the Niah Cave been declared as a Niah National Park, so the bird nest halted. They work as a seasonal. Most collectors are locals from Penan and Ibans. For me, what I can say is they are very brave. They go high up, much more than 100 meters above, and then just one man with a balian pole going up. Archaeology in Sarawak only start systematically since Tom Harrison appointed as the curator for Sarawak Museum in 1947. But before that, how he found the info about Gua Niah is actually from the writings and the reports from A. Hart Everett. Tom Harrison tracked back all the notes and everything in 1947. He go to Niah Cave in 1952. He do a very simple excavation, but he come back in 1957 with Barbara Harrison. So that is for extensive archaeology digging for 10 years. So in February 1958, they found the deep skull. What I inside here is the 40,000-year-old deep skull, the cranium part, only part of the head, and then part of the jaw. This on the upper part. By that time, it was a significant finding. It actually triggered the archaeology around the world to find something older than the deep skull. The most fascinating part in the Niah Cave is the Great Mouth Burial Site. It's a huge mass burial, Paleolithic and Neolithic era. And then you see the different of the burial types also. We have 7 that I said before, the flags, the sitting, the mutilated and burned. Much more to be learned from them about their lives by that time on the Neolithic era. They have 370 individuals that buried there you know that more that living surrounding the Niah Cave complex, especially the Mansubis. The interesting about Peter Cave is rock painting, actually, the rock art. Actually, we have done individual drawing research with Griffith University. So we have about 120 of it. But the special one is about the boats and journey to the afterlife. So telling the story that they end their journey in the lifetime on that period, but they continue their journey to the afterlife. So if you see here, it's a wooden. So they know the technology, how to build a boat by that time, about 1,000 to 2,000 years ago. Quite large, it's usually for adult size human. And then it's a secondary burial. We're going to do further research on this one. Recently, we do a new site research at the Traders Cave with University of New South Wales, Australia, and including University Science Malaysia also, to have collaborated together with Sarawak Museum Department. So there we found another hole from the deep skull. It's about 55,000 years old. The archaeology is not only at the Niah Cave complex. We have the whole lot of Mansubis, what we call the Niah National Park. On our strategic plan for 5 years is we're going to do the cultural heritage management, to preserving and conserving. We're going to change the fence, we're going to mark much more adequate spaces, information, panels and everything, so the tourists can go there, know which one is Paleolithic, Neolithic, because one, we have the UNESCO listing, so tourists will come by, research will come. The expectation is going to be a lot more what we have now. So that's why we need to plan ahead before we go on that stage. For me, I'm very thankful and appreciate the Sarawak government want to nominate the Niah Cave as a World Heritage Site, UNESCO. In Malaysia, we are the only one mixed site. We have culture, we have nature. This is going to be a good collaboration between the state agency, and it can boost up tourism, can boost up research and everything. It will give Sarawak to the international level.